Good morning,
You guys think I'm the only person in America who hasn't seen the video of Seska's junk?
You were talking over your girlfriend who wanted to say...
Good morning, Charlie
I'm sorry. Go, Jody, go.
Good morning, Charlie Pierce.
Good morning, Jody. Thank you for keeping everyone germ-free last week.
Yeah, there was no way I was coming in without 2 tests. No way.
Hey, there you go. Hey, you know, I have never watched an episode of Grey's Anatomy.
No.
But I know that Ellen Pompeo is on it.
Yes.
And as Jody will testify, Ellen Pompeo played 2 of the greatest teenage villains in the history of Law and Order.
Yes, she did.
Oh, I did not know that.
She played the one teenager who arranged for her boyfriend to kill her mother.
Yep.
And then she played another villain who fed her teenage sister and their au pair to her boyfriend, the serial killer.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. All I know is she's fantastic and she's hot on Grey's Anatomy. Hot. Okay.
Yes, she's beautiful.
She is beautiful. Okay. You wrote a piece about the aforementioned Kirsten Sinema. You said... sometimes the people who boast most proudly of their unpredictability are actually as predictable as a Hallmark Channel holiday movie. Anyone who didn't see this move coming from a mile away needs to stay as far away from any poker table as is humanly possible. Yeah, it's absolutely true, Charlie, right? Like, we knew she was going to do something like that.
Yeah, it had been 2 weeks between headlines, and she was, in withdrawal. She was having... withdrawal symptoms.
Yeah. Well, you said it best. You said you did not make a profound statement of principle here. You made your customary grab for the main chance. You saw your path to re-election getting narrower because Representative Ruben Gallego would likely beat you in a primary, and with a 51-49 Democratic majority of the Senate, your ability to make the kind of grandstanding mischief that could help you in that primary will be severely limited. It is... Chris, did you call it crafty? I guess it's always me with her. It's about her.
Those things are not mutually exclusive.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'll give her shrewd. I won't give her crafty because it was such an obvious move.
There.
She's crafty and she's not my type anymore. Yeah, go ahead, Charlie.
Yeah, but apparently she was Keith Olbermann's type, which was very
yes,
she was.
Yeah, well, Keith Olbermann used to be my type too.
I want to get on to the 1776 cosplay in the text because that's just wonderful.
Oh my God! Yes, 34 Republican
These people
members
are
of
all
Congress.
children. On top of their other problems, they're all 12 years old.
Yeah.
Have you read some of that stuff? Oh my God!
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, particularly misspelling martial law, which is just.
Well, that was right off the top, but. This save us, Mark. It's the only chance. You're the only help us, Obi-Wan.
Yes.
You're our only hope.
By the way, can I just one last thing from your Kirsten Sinema piece? Mitch McConnell said she is today what we have too few of in the Democratic Party: a genuine moderate and a deal maker. And you said, well, the guy who stole a Supreme Court seat from Barack Obama says you're a deal maker. What more does anyone need to know? I mean, any stamp of approval from Mitch McConnell to me is Anyway.
Yeah, Mitch is just rattling his prayer beads that the Democrats are still in the majority in the Senate.
Yeah.
Because if he had to deal with the craziness Kevin McCarthy's dealing with, I'm not sure Mitch could survive.
Yeah. Well, you said Marjorie Taylor Greene's idea of sarcasm is going to get someone killed. You said watching McCarthy try to muster up 218 people who want him to be Speaker of the House, and he would sell his gray-haired granny to Somali pirates to get the gig, is some pretty boring horse race stuff. Truth be told, McCarthy's a dim, pale fellow whose every move is transparent and predictable. The real value in following the story is the very clear look we're getting at how the inmates are going to run the asylum, no matter who's in charge. And it's Marjorie Taylor Greene, right?
Well, it's at the very best. At the very best, it's Jim Jordan. Who will be running the. He's gonna run the Judiciary Committee right over a cliff.
Yeah. You said.
Do you think they'll have to go? Do you think they'll have to go into executive session to look at Hunter Biden's dick pics?
Oh wow! You can't say that on the big show. Okay.
Hey, I heard Rude drop the S-bomb.
Yes, well, we had to dump that as well, but okay.
Free speech gets it though.
Free speech can have it.
Free speech gets it.
We can say D-pics. Okay. But you, Marjorie Taylor Greene, you said this is, of course, a sitting member of Congress expressing sympathy for a seditious conspiracy against the government of the United States, a genuine threat to use deadly weapons in pursuit of that goal. How she's allowed to leave the room unencumbered by manacles is a mystery that's going to confound future historians. Do you feel like, Charlie, all of these texts we just saw, how are they not going to be charged as part of the seditious conspiracy?
Well, I mean, you're going to have to establish. You're going to have to establish the conspiracy first. I mean, this isn't Stuart Rhodes and those guys. There's no connection there. Mm-hmm. And a lot of what they're saying is just bloviating. I mean, I think it's more, these texts so far are more a testament for why nobody should ever vote for a Republican ever again.
Yeah.
Because they're all childish vandals.
Yeah.
As somebody said, and I think I may have actually heard it on the Stephanie Miller show, there's a lot missing from this.
Yeah.
The episode, the entire text chain between Scott Perry and Meadows is piecemeal because it doesn't have any of Meadows' replies.
Right.
Yeah.
Which I would be very interested to hear.
Yeah. I'm no Jessica Fletcher, but I feel like when you say, hey, let's take this over to Signal, which is an encrypted app, it means you're up to no good. Am I right?
Yeah. Oh, that's the encrypted one, right?
Yeah.
I am so behind.
It's one of them.
I am so behind in my technology.
Is it WhatsApp encrypted too?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I mean, you're absolutely right. That's what, we were saying that that they were saying that's what's even more frightening are the obvious gaps in this. And I don't know technology enough, Charlie, to know, are we going to be able to find what's on the encrypted apps, do you think?
Well, if Meadows deleted them, then he's in big trouble.
Yeah.
If he's got them and he's just holding on to them, with some phony baloney claim of executive privilege or something, that'll be easy enough to light on fire. I wouldn't worry about that. But if he got rid of them, he's in real trouble.
Yeah. You retweeted, recently freed from jail in the U.S., the merchant of death, Victor Boot, tells Maria Butina how horrified he was to learn that in America there are 72 genders, not just gay people and normal people.
What?
But 72. And you just said he really wants that speaking slot at CPAC next year.
He does.
Yeah.
The other thing is that, Marjorie Taylor Greene seemed outraged that you can buy a dildo at Target, even though I think you probably can't.
No, you can't.
But, that's no big deal. I mean, we can elect dildos to Congress. I mean...
Charlie's working a little
wow,
blue.
Charlie, so blue.
Charlie Louise.
Hey, member of Congress said dildo. That means
That's true.
This is true.
That's true.
That means drink.
So you are a Supreme Court watcher. This is just the latest, but Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh's judicial ethics come under scrutiny. Now a warning. After it was reported he attended a holiday party with, among other Trump officials and right-wing operatives like Matt Gaetz, Sean Spicer, Sebastian Gorka, Stephen Miller, Chad Wolf, Greta Van Susteren, Eric Prince, on and on. I mean, Charlie, is there ever going to be a way they can enforce Supreme Court ethics of any kind?
Unless Congress forces one on them.
Yeah.
No, they're never going to do it for themselves.
Yeah.
That should be obvious over the last 2 years. And by the way, if you're going to scrutinize Brett Kavanaugh's judicial ethics, you better bring an electron microscope.
Yeah.
Because they're very hard to detect.
Yeah. Well, and that's what I wonder about this whole J6 thing. Now that we've seen these texts, are we just going to ignore Ginny Thomas and Clarence Thomas and how this went all the way up to the Supreme Court?
Well, if you look at the text, what you're seeing there, and largely because most of these guys don't know what they're talking about, but what you're seeing there is a rough kind of independent state legislature theory. Mm-hmm. Like, it's kind of evolving from their conversations. And that, of course, is the case that Clarence Thomas, very calmly sat in on last week and likely will vote yes on. So, I don't know that, I don't know. We've said this before. John Roberts has completely lost control of his fellow justices. He can't get them to do anything.
Yeah.
It's up to the Constitution says Congress can set rules for them. So that's what the only way you're going to get a code of ethics is if that happens.
Yep. All right, and before we go, because this will be the last time we talk to you before the new year.
Oh no! Really?
When do you think indictments are coming down? Just we're asking. We're doing a little pop
Well,
quiz.
my birthday is on December 28th, so I'm counting on
Oh.
presents.
There you go.
And our vacation starts this Friday, December 16th. Anytime between that and January 2nd. Let's go, Jack Smith.
No,
Yeah.
no problem. Have a great holiday, everybody.
You
too,
too,
Charlie.
Charlie.
This continues to be one of the joys of my life.
Aw, Charlie.
Us to you. Mwah. We love you. See you next
Mwah.
year.
See you
next
later.
year.
Charlie.
There he goes.
Happy
Full-
holidays!
Happy holiday.
Happy holidays!
Do not rub that Santa knob.
Well, the merry
Do-
He's in another
keep
room. I
ringing.
had to
Okay,
exile.
thank God.
I had to
Happy
exile him. He was
holidays.
getting too
All right.
stimulated.
Yeah.
All right. Good night.
Ow.